A new series. This is Madden 20. My name is Michael Prince, and I play for the Rams as the starting quarterback.
They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me.
Get it.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't
be right back.
They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
A tough first test for the NFC champs. It's the coach. This is opening weekend on EA Sports. Coming up, the Rams begin what they hope is the run to another Super Bowl. But standing in their way, Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. I'll be back at halftime with a look at the other games going on. But first, we're off to Charlotte. Standing by, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. So happy to be with you, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. And we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the...
We are fin to continue playing. Let's get this started. Age 21 Michael Prince is here to make the Rams better. Stopped already.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. The 20. Touchdown, L.A.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Gurley, 71 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach.
Oh, yeah.
You ready? Mike 5-4. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
Get that.
They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
I am a scrambler, guys.
The catch there brings up second down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He showed off the athletic juke, but it didn't buy him a whole lot of real estate. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Come on, set. 18 Gator. 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's go.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Oh, snap.
He's getting into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the
oh, my God.
That picks it. Looking for Woods that time.
How? What just happened? What just happened?
A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, that's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans. Robert Woods.
Let's go.
Touchdown, LA.
Let's go.
Robert Woods, 75 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Way to go, and remember.
What did I tell you? Oh, snap. We got a ball right back.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Not surprised.
Cooper Kupp,
not surprised.
A 15-yard touchdown.
Not surprised that I made it.
Go now. 10-2 stop. 54. Get in the weight room.
Michael Prince gonna get the Rams right.
On play action, they'll throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up second down.
God.
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
Let's get
Let's
this.
go, D. Big series right here. We got to go.
There we go.
Out of the shotgun.
There we go.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and
First
dropped.
down, baby.
Let's go.
Ty Gurley.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second
Don't
level.
let the
because
Rams
sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's
Hold up.
rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first.
Hold up. I can't instant replay.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That escapes the sack.
I'm trying to throw it. Throw.
Steps away to his left.
Bro,
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around. Good team chemistry, always hard to find, and when you've got it, you don't want to let it get away.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost two, and it...
What are all our recent plays we did?
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. K1
I am so stupid.
Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he's still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
He may try and run for this. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Yeah, I did bad on that.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Oh my gosh.
And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
They still didn't score.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
I want to try to run the ball and make a
eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running. Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Right side complete. That's Woods. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. He's going to take a shot for the... And this is caught. He's got it.
Let's
Touchdown,
go.
LA. Gerald Everett, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Rams...
Down. 90 Wolf.
They'll look to throw here. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Oh, my God.
Picked off by Rashawn Golden. Not the...
I threw another interception. Oh, my.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Thompson showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle.
No. Oh,
my God. No, incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes...
Oh, it's stopping.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Let's go time.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Really, that's all you want to do is run.
Set, ready? 30 base. 59, like the 59. Come on. And up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh,
the positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Nice hit, boy.
The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Another carry now for Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little... So the LA Rams with a victory here. And partner,
we got our
victory.
victory.
Good to see you again. Been too long.
I'm trash. I played bad. I played very, very, very bad. I don't know why I was playing like that.
You know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to
I'm
say
gonna get better. I'm a
not
rookie.
preseason football where we shake down the
rookie.
rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you.
That's game.
So for LA, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA Sports.